do anything you want. I ain't got no problem with it. I promise you that shit.
Listen to the words. Garbage, a joke, clown acts, pisses me off. No, come find me. No, come find me. Listen to the words. Come find me. Garbage, a joke, clown acts, pisses me off.
I ain't a hard guy to find. I promise you that shit.
Listen to the words. Garbage, a joke, clown acts. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is Thursday evening. I ain't seen you in a week. Now, last time we saw you, I was teasing and maybe some additions, some changes. It took me forever to get this AC unit up in here, but we're good. South or middle Georgia heat ain't getting us no more. North Georgia heat ain't getting us no more. It was 90 degrees outside. It was 74 degrees in here today. More than manageable, so I won't be sweating like a pig no more, okay, here on the live stream in front of all you guys. Hopefully, it will allow us to produce a lot more content this summer, but it has kind of delayed the process here on the big boards that we've been rolling out for you guys this summer, okay? We've done offensive line. We've done the edge rushers. We've done the wide receivers. And now we are on to the defensive linemen, okay? So that leaves linebackers, running backs, and quarterbacks left, correct? And DBs. So those four groups. We're 4 down. We got 4 more to go. No, ladies and gentlemen, we will not be covering the specialist. Sorry, I'm not kickist, but I mean, I ain't got nothing for you, okay? It's just a good boot. I think we did break down Jared Zirkle one year. That was kind of funny on the Twitter timeline. But nonetheless, we have the defensive line big board today, brought to you by our friends at the Graham Co. You would think I know the TV's on my left, so you would think, I don't know. Anyways, we're brought to you by the Graham Co., our keynote sponsor today. The best and most readily available of Delta 8 and CBD products. Head over to thegramco.com today. Use promo code Brooks25, and you will save 25% off, again, on some really, really good stuff. I've told you time and time again, I prefer the gummies. We've been plugging the gummies for a minute. They also have disposable vapes as well, and wake and bake coffee, which I actually thoroughly enjoy. Not a huge fan of coffee, taste of coffee, more of just the results of coffee. That is a bang for your buck. It's both. I think it tastes really, really good, and it gets you where you need to go. So we got a great show for you guys today. It is the big board. Now, if you are wondering, hey, what in the heck's going on? Why are all these guys? Why is he selecting these guys on his little big board right here? Where is this information coming from? How does he know all this intel on these certain guys? Yada, yada, yada. If you got all these questions about what's going on today, other than what's on the field and what I'm going to show you, the in-depth analysis and the in-depth intel is over on patreon.com/Brooks Austin. So feel free to check us out over there. The link is in the bio for that as well. Let's get into this. Now, we're going to break it down and separate this interior defensive line. So we did the edge rushers, right? Those guys that are really getting after the passers. Today, we're going to look from 4-eye technique, right? That inside shoulder of that tackle inward, on down, all the way to the zero tech. So we're going to look at the defensive tackles is what we're going to label them first. This covers defensive ends as well. So if Travon Walker were to be eval today, he would be in this group of football players. That kind of clears it up for everybody. But let's talk a little bit about the grading scale as we do on all of our scoring systems, right? We break these down and they are position specific, right? Starting with get off and quickness. This was in our edge rushing score as well, right? Hey, what's that first step look like? What's that juice look like? Hands, how well do we separate and disengage from blockers? Strength at the point. Hey, if we're running to you, if we're running away from you, if you're getting doubled, how strong are you at that line of scrimmage in the run game? Can you hold up? You a little thick in the hips? You a little light in the ass? What is it? We got to find that out. Strength at the point is our keynote grade for us here tonight. Athleticism for everybody, right? Can you go? Pass rush floor. Okay, with the edge rushers, we wanted what was that pass rush ceiling look like? These interior guys, man, hey, you're there to make your money on first and second down. Anything you do for us on third down coming out of high school is a plus, plus, plus. So what does that pass rush floor look like? We're going to be taking a look at that tonight as well. And readiness, that's on pretty much everybody here, particularly not necessarily wide receivers. I think all those guys are ready to plug and play. Most young wide receivers are ready to go, right? The elite ones. But when it comes to the rest of these positions, there's some maturation process. We're going to break that down tonight. Your frame, that one speaks for itself. And ceiling, you guys know here on the channel, we counted 2, right? We counted 2 for that ceiling because we're trying to project here on to our list. We will start right here. Number 1, David Hicks. We're going to show you him. He is a man amongst boys. Peter Woods coming right in there, right behind him. See that 4.62 and 4.61. Guys, here on the channel, if you are over a 4.5, you are an elite football player. I am projecting you to be a quote-unquote first-round football player, right? James Smith there at 3. Kelby Collins round out our 4.0s, right? Our 4.0s, our A-plus students. And then Stephiylan Green out of Rome, Georgia. Cameron James, Jordan Hall, Vic Burley, and Kaden McDonald, the 2 Georgia prospects, the state of Georgia prospects, rather, round out the bottom. As you can see on the list here, hey, no Georgia commits currently in this 2023 class. So those are our D tackles and defensive ends that we're going to look at today. And here we go. This is very, very important to anybody running odd front defenses, anybody running a true zero scheme, right? Georgia runs a true zero scheme. That is a nose tackle, head up over the center. Now, they don't play it all the time, but I would say majority of their snaps are played out of a true zero, what they call a mint defense, right? So here we go. I am completely separating nose tackle scores from everybody else because guess what? I really don't give a shit what you pass rush like now, right? Jordan Davis, first round pick, 13th overall. I think he had, 7, 8 career sacks. I don't care if you can get after the Q. Can you hold up, right? Which is why here, strength at the points counted twice. As you guys can see, look, we marked out pass rush floor. Again, I don't care if the big fellas can go get after the Q yet. That's all plus. That's just cherries on the top, right? But this right here, by God, hey, like one of these guys we're going to watch today, your life is being double and triple teamed. If you ain't strong at the point, Bubba, you can't play. You cannot play, okay? So there we go. That is our nose tackle score, and here are our nose tackle rankings. Now, I know all you Georgia fans watching today, y'all be like, who's this Marcus Deal guy? All I've been hearing about is Jamal Jarrett. You and me are in the same damn boat, and I'm excited to show you tonight why this guy comes in far and away the best nose tackle, in my opinion, in this class for what Georgia does. I texted a scout today, and I told him, if you're claiming to be a school that is searching for the next 6'6", 315-plus pounder that can pop in at 19.5 miles per hour like Jordan Davis did, if that's what you're looking for, Marcus Deal is that in this class, okay? The other 3 guys, really, really good. We're going to look at them as well. Jamal Jarrett, Xavier McLeod, round out our 4.0 grades. And then there is Sydir Mitchell out of Bergen Catholic. All right. Whew, man. And no time to break. No time to break. I'm feeling sorry for myself. I feel like I'm rambling and just ranting, going at it. But, hey, that was 7.5 minutes, and we wasted a little bit of your time. So here's me wasting a little bit more of your time. No notes today, guys. Just straight off the board and what we got in front of us. I did some splicing on this. Shouts to the graphics team. Anyways, Temerian Parker, okay? I missed him on the edge scores, okay? Because something told me he was a defensive end or a defensive lineman, right? You look at what he's listed at. He's 6'5", 255 pounds. He's still wiry, right? You would project him to put on some weight. That might get him up to 275. That might bump him inside. Not a super juicy athlete. I'm really, really interested to see what he ultimately comes out as an edge. But I'm telling you right now, might be the most refined or one of the most refined pass rushers in this class. This is a 10.0 sack guy. Okay, this is a 5.0 bag of tricks sack guy. Watch this. This dude throws every move. Shimmy with the overhand, right? Give me that. Shimmy with the overhand. What we got here? Shimmy with the spin back in. Right little stymie in the spin back in. What we got here? I think he bull rushes. Bow, right? Give him the shimmy, right there through the chest. Come on now, whole team going crazy. Whole team going crazy. So the whole bag of tricks, right, over here on the right side. Over here on the right side, whole bag of tricks. Done spun him, done overhanded him, done bulled him. Check this one out. Oh, now you're on the left. What do you got on the left over here? Oh, overhand swipe, bend the edge. Give me some of that. That's cake money. Back on the right, what we got? Oh, back inside. Okay. Moves for days on this kid. I think he goes back to the overhand here. Ooh, with the jump. Come on, man. With the jump. I talked to him today. I said, man, you got one of the best bags in terms of pass rushing that we've seen in this class that I've been evaluating. Who is your guy? And you know, most of these kids here in Atlanta got trainers. He plays at Phoenix City in Alabama, right there past Columbus, just inside the state border. And he says straight up, I ain't got no trainer. This is nothing but my D-line coach. So Phoenix City, if y'all watching tonight, y'all got a dog as a defensive line coach because this kid right here has all of them. All of them. And what I love about the game tape that we're going to watch here in a minute is all this stuff is applied on the junior tape too. There is a bunch of lean in this prospect, a bunch of lean. There you see the overhand again. And what I mean by that is he rushes with the proper lean, right? Watch this first clip. Okay, watch this first clip. Watch how he's always playing at 10 degrees or playing at 10 o'clock, right? Always playing here. That's what good edge rushers do. They play at that constant bend, right? And constant explosion. This to me is a 4'8" athlete. If you watch him everywhere not pass rushing, he's kind of JAG in terms of just another guy in terms of what we're talking about in terms of Georgia, Alabama, Ohio State, like the elite recruiting schools, right? Athletically, if you put him on an athletic comm score, he's not going to rate very highly. But I'm telling you right now, this kid's going to rack up sacks wherever he goes. He is absolutely going to rack up sacks because that right there is what that joker can do. That dude can bend. That dude can swipe. That dude can stab. That dude can spin. He can do everything. He's got the whole bag of tricks as a junior in high school right here on tape. And I've shown you the senior spring. So Temerian Parker is one, again, double swipe on the outside hand. Come on, it's just nasty. I mean, look at that. Just always playing at a lean, hit the double swipe with the outside hand. Watch him with his right hand. Watch how fast he works. He's already swiped him once. He's going to swipe him again right there and bring his left arm and keep bending. I'm telling you, I don't know where he lands. I really don't. Because there's a lot of programs like Georgia. Georgia just popped Gabe Harris. Or do they have another chance at a guy like Temerian Parker? Are they going to take another chance at a guy like Temerian Parker? Or are they going to chase some of those edges that we see up higher on the ranks, right? That we see on Brooks's big board? On the edge score. We'll find out. I'm just telling you, Temerian Parker, for me, on my big board, that joker's going to come in hot and heavy and high, okay? He's going to be up there on Brooks's big board come soon when we reevaluate those edges, because I do think he is going to stay out there, right? I think there are a handful of things you've got to be able to do to remain at edge when you get to college if you're not a super juiced up guy, and that's obviously rush the passer, right? That's obviously rush the passer. That's him again right there. You see a little quick click. And then I think we're about to move into our next prospect here in just a second. I tried to cut all these at 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Now, this is our number one defensive tackle, okay? And he is an absolute man-child, okay? David Hicks Jr., absolute man-child. Dad played at Alabama A&M, I believe, and then had a short stint with the Kansas City Chiefs and then got into bodybuilding. Right? So juice, a whole lot of genetics. I was talking to some guys today. I always like to verse my opinions and you know, kind of gauge where I'm at with other scouts, whether they be at, you know, most of them are at schools. I don't talk to a lot of scouts in the industry, but there's a couple that I might bounce ideas off of, right? Jalen Carter kept coming up when I saw this. This guy moves like Jalen Carter. This guy bends like Jalen Carter. This guy is like A- athlete like Jalen Carter, by the way. Most people don't know this. Jalen Carter is not going to do crazy things like at the combine, like Travon Walker did, or like even Jordan Davis did. I don't believe he will. Okay. He's going to run good. He's going to do those things. Not super twitchy, just always moving really, really fast. Okay. That is David Hicks Jr., except he's got an absolute bag of tricks when it comes to pass rushing. This kid is going to absolutely eat guards alive in college when he gains some more weight. He's about 6'4", 275 right about now, and he looks like a grown man. We're also going to notice some things about these highlight tapes, particularly this one as we keep going. Let me show you something. We're going to see it. Here he is rushing at 3 tech. I love the stance, man. A little slow out, but there you see the hands, right? Offensive linemen are dead without their hands. If you can let's slow it down. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. He's going to do the same jump move we just saw our first guy take a look at, right? Watch him. He's going to take that overhand, and he's going to grab that offensive lineman's wrist and slap it straight down as he clears the hip, okay? Offensive lineman's fully extended. David Hicks is going to grab that hand, swipe it down, right? Now we're right there. We're gone, right? Hicks is right by him for a sack, okay? Straight through another offensive lineman trying to rescue his boy into a sack. Back to normal speed here. Butt up in the stance. I like it. There's the same move, just the end zone cut. I love Texas high school football, which I didn't mean to say that. Which, by the way, hey, Y'all seeing what I'm seeing? Look at all this. End zone scoreboard. I mean, they fully wrapped. This is not them playing at some college. Nah, this ain't them playing at some college. This is them playing at home, dog. This is them playing at their home field. Their home field look like that. Okay? Texas high school football. This is the worst offensive line they played, and look at these jokers. Look at these jokers on the front that this Hicks dude is playing. All them guys probably got a shot at playing college football. Now, it ain't going to be big, right? It ain't going to be big, but them some big corn-fed boys out there, okay? These are not scrubs that this dude is doing up like this. Just snatching. Oh, no. Oh, no. Ah. Ooh. Here we go. This is what sent me. Watch him stick his foot in the ground and flip his hips like he's a DB in the middle of the hole. Check this out. What is this? 275 pounds, guys. 275 pounds. What is this? How do you make your body do this? Now, is it technically sound? I would probably say not, but I mean, whew, crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. He's going to get back in that pass rush bag here in a second, too. Down in that two-eye technique inside the guard, dealing with some guys trying to cut his legs. See what I mean? Like, we're going to watch guys tonight that in open space, they're going to look a little freakier. The next guy we're watching is going to look a lot freakier in open space than David Hicks does. So the same thing can be said about Jalen Carter, okay? There are 3 defensive linemen, I believe, at the University of Georgia in the last 2 years that have gone plus 19 miles an hour on the GPS tracker, okay? Little live nug for you. There's 3 of them. It's Travon Walker, it's Devonte Wyatt, and it's Jordan Davis. It is not Jalen Carter, okay? That's all offseason workouts, okay? That's every time he's in the building. That's every time he's around, every time he's playing a game, okay? So all those other guys have moved faster. Jalen Carter moves faster in tighter spaces, right? And does so more efficiently. David Hicks is the same way. The same way. Arrives violently, too. Arrives violently. Every time he hits hard. Oh, this was really subtle. I like this, man. We talk about coming to places like Georgia or Alabama or anywhere basically other than Ohio State, and we talk about being a team-oriented rusher, right? You got to be able to rush with your teammates. No sound. I think that's no sound on you, bro. I'll turn myself up a little bit. That's got to be no sound on you. Yeah, that's no sound on you, big guy. I can't believe I saw that one comment. Oh, my. Anyways, we talk about it in any other program that runs, diverse schemes, right? Not these solo artist schemes, right? When Chase Young and the Bosa boys were up at Ohio State, it was, boys, y'all go get y'all's. We're going to figure out these other 4 today, right? Y'all go figure out and y'all go eat. Most programs, you have to be a team-oriented rusher. So how do you do that and still get yours? This is a prime example. Lined up in a wide 7, right? He's all the way stretched out there. When he first fires off the football, watch him close space. It almost looks like he floats inside, but he's so efficient. This is the same thing I see with Jalen Carter. He's so efficient in his body patterns and his movements that he gets there and he does it. You probably wouldn't even notice it, right? You probably wouldn't even notice it. The first thing he does, steps and strides over, right? Steps and strides over, closes the space, and now gives his guy, right? Now gives his guy a real true two-way go. It's just the little things, man. The little things in football are what take guys from 4.61 to 4.62 on the grading scale. Not that the next guy don't do all the little things. This one's just 6'4", 275. The other one's 6'3", 265. That's literally it, okay? Let's go watch some more of them right here. Ooh. In the same fashion, he picks his ball up, scoops, scores, by the way. In the same fashion that Jalen Carter and these guys that have played at Georgia have, great defensive linemen leave carnage, right? They leave carnage. Everywhere they go, it's just bodies. It's like shotgun shells, just poof, everywhere, right? Left guard is going to get some of that right now. Just get walled right over, right? And then he's going to continue to pursue the play, pick this football up at his knees while it's bouncing, scoop, score, outrun everybody, right? Outrun everybody, make it look easy. Because it is. It's a really, really easy game for David Hicks Jr. Really, really easy game. against really good competition, like we told you. Really good competition, like we told you. I think it's our last clip. It's just him scraping. I love really good football players who are effort players, man. Damn it, give me an effort clip. If you're going to come play for me, I'm going to tell you right now, if you're going to come play for me, if you're going to be the number one defensive tackle in the country, I got to see at least one effort clip. I do. I got to see at least one effort clip because that tells me you don't just care. You love this stuff, man. You love this stuff. This dude loves playing football. This dude loves playing football. All right, on to Peter Woods, number 2. Peter Woods came in at 4.61. I said today on Twitter, and this was before I got to David Hicks because I was blown away by Mr. Woods. Could not believe possibly that there would maybe even possibly be a better football player than this guy that I was going to evaluate today. Just so happened that there was, right? Just so happened that there was. By a smidgen was Mr. Hicks. But in terms of what Peter Woods does, right? I was talking on Twitter today, and I said in my notes right there, it says he is Devonte Wyatt right now, right? Like the floor is Devonte Wyatt. The ceiling could be Aaron Donald. You're going to see a bow-legged athlete just like Devonte Wyatt. He's going to look just like Devonte Wyatt, okay? He's going to move just like Devonte Wyatt, okay? But he's just a high school player. He's just a high school player, and he's out here doing stuff like this, okay? I was flabbergasted at both of these guys. I think Hicks is more clean, more polished. His readiness score is a little bit higher. I think Woods is more take your breath away, right? Like, do you prefer like players like Derrick Brown took my breath away every time I watched him just because he's so big and round and he just looks massive and he's out here doing stuff like this. Just fluid. There's a pick six in here in a minute. I don't want to spoil nothing. But there's a pick six here in a minute. You're going to be like, that's not a defensive lineman. Hey, also, you're going to notice about the two guys we ranked number 1 and number 2. Hey, I respect the hell out of the football, the high school football that these guys play, okay? I don't know if you noticed that logo, but that is Hoover High School, okay? Thompson High School is right around in that Birmingham area, and they play dogs, okay? Absolute dogs over there. Clay Chalkville, all them schools over there in that Birmingham area, some dudes now. Some dudes on every single roster that we see, you're going to see some good-looking football players, okay? Some really, really good-looking football players. I believe this is the pick. Yeah, it definitely is, okay? Tipped. Look at the awareness. I love this, okay? Look at the awareness. As soon as, I believe this ball hits the referee, as soon as the ball is thrown, Woods is already retracing, okay? Woods is already retracing. He is not going to get home, right? He's not going to get home. The ball has just been let out. Watch it. Boom. His head has snapped around immediately, okay? This ball just passed him. It just passed him. It's going to doink off the ref, go up in the air, and watch what happens. Watch what happens. Again, 6'3", 235 pounds. I got to get it out of slow-mo just so you can absorb just how fast this joker moves. Watch it. This is insanity. He is to me, much, much more breathtaking than Hicks, but Hicks is just like checking so many boxes. It's really splitting hairs. But watching this dude pursue is a thing of beauty. Thing of beauty. Again, man, I think he looks very, 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 very similar to Devonte Wyatt. The 1-2 step burst, like right as he clears and sheds blocks, that pop, as soon as he goes to reaccelerate again, it is very, very reminiscent of 95 from last year, especially clips like that. That's dumb, man. That's dumb. That shouldn't happen. I think, the other value that he brings, he's extremely positionally versatile, right? But I could also use that as a negative. If I really, really wanted to, I could say, yeah, but he's a tweener, right? He's Make your stomach drop. Make your stomach drop, bro. Good football players don't got to look at you to kill you. Okay. Good defense linemen do not have to look at you to kill you. I promise you right now. This offensive guard on this pull and kick, this little joker thinks, oh, I'm about to get Peter Woods on my highlight tape. He's not even looking at me. Look at this, coach. I'm about to lay this dude out. No, buddy. He sees you. He sees you. He's just playing with you. He's just playing with you on that back block there, center. Whew. Poor guy. He probably quit football that day. Probably went home and said, Mama, that ain't for me. Mama, that ain't for me. Just a savage in pursuit, an absolute savage in pursuit. I get like, again, man, like those kind of plays, I get Derek Brown vibes, but Derek Brown was 6'4", 305 by the time he came out of high school. This is a kid that I don't know what you do with him. I don't know if he puts more weight on. I've seen photos. I mean, he looks like he's almost, I'm not going to say maxed out weight-wise, but if you put any more weight on him, how are you going to put more muscle mass on him? He looks thicker than hell right now. And even like the visit photos that just rag tossing folks. The visit photos that we see most recently, he's rolling around about 265 to 270, right? And where's it going to go? I know these guys can get it, and if you play at that, that's fine. That's why Aaron Donald plays that. It might end up being that. It might end up being Aaron Donald. No crap. I mean, it is insane. Plays with such good pad level, guys. I think that's the thing that gets overlooked. We're gonna watch a lot of really, really big football players tonight. Okay, a lot of really big football players like this next one. This next guy is a very, very big football player in James Smith, but he plays with tremendous pad level. Okay, he plays with tremendous pad level. He's also wearing 22, which is a weird thing, but hey, we're gonna look past it, right? This film is really, really hard to watch. I'm not going to lie to you. It's kind of shaky. It's kind of blurry. You're just looking for the biggest, freakiest dude on the field, and there he is, okay? He's number 22, and he's playing a variety of things, okay? That's the other reason why it's a little bit difficult, okay? I'm going to try to do my best to show you what he's doing as we go through it. Now, why is James Smith number 3 on the board? Why is he as talented as he is? Why is everybody so much in love with him? I'll tell you right now. He's 6'4". He's projected to be about 315, I would say, and there's the get off, okay? About 315, probably going to play in college at about 320, I would imagine. Extremely fluid. Extremely fluid. Nothing he does looks like he's lumbersome, okay? We're going to talk about that word a lot tonight. How some guys look like they're laboring through football, okay? How they're right? Nah, 320 pounds shouldn't be this silky, okay? He is down here because the camera shifts on you. He's right there, I believe, okay? He spins at the goal line, which I don't know about it, but hey, some people will call it instinctual. Some people are cool with it. I was taught to never, ever, ever spin on the goal line. Got a little bat down pass, okay? This is a film that kind of heats up towards the end. Okay, all over the place. Really, really hard to watch. This is trust me, I did my homework. Okay, I have to throw those on you guys every once in a while. But again, the keynote here, guys, is pad level, hip flexibility, ankle flexibility, right, and hip flexibility. The guy bends really well. His ankles are really flexible. He's extremely mobile and mobile. Mobile and mobile is two same words. He's extremely athletic and fluid at 320 pounds at 6'4". They don't really create them like that very often. It's the lateral ability. That's what it is for me. Okay. Not necessarily his twitch off the ball, right? Not necessarily his ability to run in a straight line, right? But as a defensive lineman, how many times have you seen Jordan Davis get to the end of the line of scrimmage, or rather get behind the line of scrimmage? Let me lose the screen share for just a second, guys. I got to show you this. How many times have you seen Jordan Davis get behind the line of scrimmage, right? Get behind the line of scrimmage, beat his block, and then unzip his feet, and all of a sudden have to go 3 or 4 gaps to his right or to his left to run the ball carry down. And it typically ends with him overextending himself, right? Reaching out, clipping the shoestrings, right? Or really, really being explosive, getting back into the backfield like Devonte Wyatt did sometimes and just smacking that running back right as he's on the stretch to pick up the ball from the quarterback, right? That's all fine and dandy, but it doesn't happen without lateral quickness, right? Your ability to move east and west at 300 plus pounds. I think in terms of if you really weigh in how heavy these guys are, this guy might have the best lateral ability in this class. Let's get back to film. Sorry, sometimes I feel that you're visual learners like I am. Anyways, his ability to do things like this, right? He's going to go straight this way and meet that guy at C gap and chase him down. Boom. That's elite. That's elite. Same thing here, right? We're going to pursue a quarterback. Come on, cameraman. Get off the lean, baby. This explains it all. We can just leave it after this clip. I'm going to take this minute to say this right now. Hey, take the time out of your day, high school football coaches, to get good film for your kids, okay? Because not everybody at this high school is James Smith, okay? Not everybody at this high school is just going to be a 5-star. Watch this clip. You'll get it. 6'4", 320, and does this. We can move on. One more time for the people in the back. Okay. Sometimes you don't have to talk, Brooks. Sometimes you can just let this film roll. All right. Shall we move on? I think that was, we got a couple more clips here, big fella. Oh, no. We got to watch this one. Hey, where my effort plays at? Where my effort plays at? Give them to me. Give them to me, effort plays. I love them. Okay? I love them. Now, we loaf a little bit right here. But hey, come on, gas. Yes! Woo! Effort plays. Now, on to Kelby Collins. Kelby Collins comes in at number 4. Okay? Now, this joker, as most of these jokers that we've been watching, probably going to play at Bama. But that's what it is. Coming up on an official visit to Athens soon, though, so maybe they changed some stuff. Kelby Collins is, and always has been, one of the cleaner prospects I've seen. I saw Kelby for the first time in February of 2020. Think about that. February of 2020, before the pandemic, okay, I saw Kelby for the first time. He was out there at Dex Preps. He was 14 years old. He was a rising freshman at the time and was just absolutely working folks. Absolutely just doing folks in at 14 years old. Couple guys that went on to go play, mid-major Power 5 football too on that offensive line that day at that camp. And again, at 14 years old, was already 6'5", 230 pounds, and was baby-faced. And now he's a grown man, and he's grown into it. Really, really solid, clean eval. I call these ground rule doubles, okay? In the scouting world, it's great to swing for grand slams and home runs. We try to do that all the time, right? I mean, ideally, you can have a safe pick and a guy that's going to pop as a home run. But it doesn't always work like that, right? Sometimes you got to hit ground rule doubles. Sometimes you just got to take a really, really solid, well-rounded football player with a pretty good ceiling. I don't know if Kelby Collins turns into the next Will Anderson wherever he goes. I don't know that. But I know right now you've got a 2 to 3 year starter because this guy does this kind of stuff. That's him running the ball, by the way. Okay? He's getting driven by a double team at the goal line right here. Let me try to explain this because I know it's really, really hard to see unless you got triple HD cameras, 4K up in here on big screens. So here's what he does. Strong at the point, right? It's one of our evaluation points. Strong at the point, sheds both blocks, catches the ball carrier as he literally catches him. So he's losing ground, realizes he's going to the end zone. So what's he do? Strips the football. Once he strips the football, what's he do? By God, I'm going to score. I'm going to score. Boom, right? Get that ball out. Get that ball out. Great players do it, man. Great players find it. If you've ever played football with a ball hawk, you know what I'm talking about. If you ever played with the local Pop Warner version of Ed Reed that just found it, or Peanut Tillman that just got it out, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The great players got it, okay? The great players got it. I also love how he's really, really fundamental. I know, based off in-person evals, if I tell Kelby, hey, line up outside the tight end, when he releases, you have to put hands on. Hey, but coach, I want to rush. I don't give a damn. Put hands on the tight end. You have to. And then we can get into our rush. I know that if I tell Kelby Collins, you have to collision the tight end, he's going to do it. I know he's going to put hands on number 15. And if it means he has to gear down his rush like he does here, if it means he has to gear down his rush, then that's what it is. It is what it is. He's still going to find a way to impact the play. He's still going to find a way to impact the play. Woof, woof, big dog. Nobody can see you. He's out here. The audience don't know what the woof, woof is. He's out here on the edge. Real flat in pursuit, right? Real flat and fluid. This is 6'5", 275 running like this, guys. 6'5", 275 running like this, okay? But to me, he projects inside to that 4-eye defensive end, true mint front defensive end role, right? If he goes to Bama, he's going to be playing 4-eye. If he comes to Georgia, he's going to be playing 4-eye. He's going to be playing that Travon Walker role. I think that's what best suits him because he is really, really strong at the point. He is really, really strong at the point. And for what I thought was a relatively developed pass set growing up, coming up as a young prospect in the high school ranks, he's just getting the job done, right? He's just getting the job done, however it sees fit. But it's not like, hey, super fancy, right? It's not. It's just give and go. Right? Like right here, he hits a spin move. Okay, right here, he hits a spin move. The most important part about this next clip is after he spins, once he gets back north and south, watch how fast he accelerates. Watch how fast he gets his foot back in the gas. Watch how fast he gets that foot back in the gas. Boom. That quarterback's going to Georgia Tech right now, so I'm sure you guys are happy. Just getting flat. Nasty in the run game. Very, very nasty in the run game. Trying to think of a comp for Kelby, and I don't really have one. I'll come back to it. Any defensive end in the league right now who's like a y'all in the YouTube chats right now, or hit me up on Twitter. We'll find the best example of a player comp for Kelby. And here's what the results are. Here's what the parameters are. Right? Find me somebody in the league that is sub 8.5 sacks guy. Right? Like he doesn't have more than 8.5 sacks. Okay. But he's out here getting paid handsomely. And people aren't saying he's overrated, okay? Because what you're going to find is those dudes are like top of the line in the run game. They're just nasty. Snaps 1 through 3rd and short, okay? But maybe on 3rd and long, they don't really get after the cue. Maybe that's what Kelby is, okay? Maybe that's what Kelby is. But I'll tell you right now, that's plug and play. Plug and play, dude. Line that guy up and get him signed up and let's roll. All right. I think we're at 5 on the list now. Might be at number 6. We're at number 5. Stephiylan Green. We got to hurry up. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got like 8 more guys to watch. All right, Stephiylan Green. Okay. Rome High School. I think we came in at a 3.79 on the grayscale, just ahead of Cameron James. Hey, big, nasty, physical. 6'4", 275 pounds. This is a guy that has survived the Brooks Austin in-person eval test, as has Vic Burley, as has Kaden McDonald. They have passed the things that you have to do in person for me to check off as saying, like, yeah, this dude's going to make it. He's going to survive hard coaching. He's going to survive controversy. He's going to survive ups and downs in college. He's going to survive the work ethic. Like, he's got it figured out. He's a professional. He's plug and play, ready to go. That's what Stephiylan Green is. I'm telling you right now, the dude plays hard. The dude plays fast. The dude plays technically sound. And he plays physical, okay? Almost every clip that we're going to see tonight, like this one, I'm pretty sure is a chase down play. It's just him giving a shit. Literally, it's just him caring more than everybody else on the field. And it's not just his highlights, guys. Go watch this guy play. I watched him last year against Cherokee, and they were beating the doggy doo-doo out of Cherokee by halftime. Stephiylan Green, one of these plays is in like the 3rd quarter that we're about to see, and he runs the Cherokee running back down as hard as he freaking can, and they're already up 30. Like, he just plays hard. And when it comes to 6'4", 275-pound guys that play really, really hard, play really, really low, they're technically sound, and they live in the state of Georgia, you can't miss on this, right? Is the ceiling as high as everybody else? No. Is the readiness factor as high as everybody else? No. But this kind of stuff is exactly what I'm talking about. This is the play, okay? If we check the other end zone, you see my big butt going, huh? 3rd quarter, they're up a boatload of points. The opposition's pinned. They're going toss sweep out like to the field. And Stephiylan's like, you ain't reaching me. You ain't reaching me. You ain't getting outside me. Matter of fact, I'm going to out pursue my defensive end, and I'm going to stick you right on the -4 for a TFL. It's just constant. These dudes succeed. They always do. Wherever they go, he will play and impact your football team for 4 years. He's going to start for 2. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Stephiylan, I love you, but we got to move forward. All right. This is a monster. This is an avatar. This is an avatar walking the planet. Okay. Cameron James out of South Florida. Now, Orlando, I believe. This is a hooper. They got converted to an edge rusher. And you gonna know. You're gonna know. If he weren't so raw, he'd be way up the board. Way up the board, but he's extremely raw. He's in right here. It's how you know this guy hadn't played football for a long time. He's not circling himself before the play, circling himself after it starts, which you guys know is a pet peeve of mine. He's in over there at the nose, okay? And you're going to see just how mind-shattering big this dude is, okay? He's a monster. He's an absolute monster, and he does some really, really freaky stuff, okay? Here he is down here at the bottom, rushing the edge. I think he jumps on this guy. Yep. Look how big that joker is. Back at the top of your screen on the edge, bending a little bit. Oh, chase down. Ooh! Oh. Okay, look, man. There are very, 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 very few better feelings than what Mr. Cameron just enjoyed, okay? When you run down or tackle a ball carrier and your momentum is such that it slams them into the ground or turf, and then you just kind of like slide over them, and they just feel that, just like, you know what I mean? It's just like, that's him. That's just like the guy that just took my life and soul. Yeah, this is it right here. Watch. That's how you know. That's how you know, man. That's how you know right here. Boom. And then you crawl right over him. You give him one of those, and you go back to the huddle. But this clip right here, y'all, this is a highlight for most. To me, this shows the rawness, okay? We got burst or get off, right? We got get off in the category here for interior defensive linemen, guys that are going to shift into the 4-eye and beyond, right? The 4-eye and beyond is a great way to put that. Right, that 4-eye down into the true zero. That get off is a measurement for us. He is much, much faster steps 2 through 4 than he is step 1, which sounds great for any other position, or is okay for any other position. For defensive linemen, it's a knock, right? Because of things like this, where it's hard. It's really, really hard to be 6'6" and have a get off, because you got to move a lot more than everybody else, right? You got to your muscles, your ligaments, they got to go a lot further. So watch this first step. Watch how labored it is. Watch how deliberate it is. Watch how slow it is, right? It's not pop, right? It's not pop. It's woo. Okay. You see just how big he is in the thighs and in the waist in this celebration, okay? Kind of get to see what we got working with in terms of the physical profile, right? That is a wide-hipped joker. That is a wide-hipped joker, right? What we call it, that wide ass, that's that wass. Yeah, he got that wass, dog. He got that wass. Some more freaky stuff. Hey, for a guy who ain't been rushing it a long time, he's got a little bit, right? He's got a little bend. It's there a little bit. It ain't a lot. But he ain't going to need a ton interiorly, I don't believe. This is the kind of kid, though, that just came up to a visit to Georgia. And I think in this film right now, he's probably playing 255, 260. He's playing defensive end on film, and I guarantee you, defensive end, defensive tackle down into the 3-tech. Here he is on some more pursuit and rundown. I think his ability to pursue is some of the scarier stuff. He moves really, really well in pursuit. I lost my train of thought, what I was about to say. Good God. Dang, I was going to get a good point too. That's what I try to go off script. I'm off script all night tonight, but I get to watching football still. I'm not even going to try to remember what I said. All the chase down stuff. Just really raw. Just really, really raw. But you're recruiting big, fast, physical, right? At Georgia. I know what I was going to say. This kind of guy scares me for a program like Georgia, and here's why. Georgia can't keep weight on no damn body. Can't keep weight on no damn body. Ain't nobody out there not losing weight, okay? Because they run the ever-loving dog doo-doo out of all these guys, okay? They run more than a lot. I would say probably 90% of programs. It's by design. It's so that they can play fast. But players like Cameron James, who ideally, Cameron James morphs into this like Fletcher Cox 2.0 that's like 6'6", 300, close to 300 pounds, 280, 285 pounds, right? that we can work on or work with on the inside, rather on the 4-eye on down. But you come to Georgia, his butt going to be 250 by the end of July. Got him out there running 110s in that 95-degree heat on that turf in North Georgia. That sucker going to be 245 pounds. He going to go home to mama. They're going to be like, they feeding you, son? Yeah, they are. On to the next one. They feeding you, son? Who we got here? Oh, it's Mr. Hall. Whew. This is a grown man. We saw some Discord jokes about David Hicks and the grown man that David Hicks is. Y'all go Google Jordan Hall. Look at this man. He already got a 401k rolling. I'm telling you right now. Jordan Hall comes in at 3.63. Okay, these next three guys are kind of in a clump together. Okay, Jordan Hall is massive. 6'5", 290 pounds, but really, really, really raw. Okay, really, really, really raw. He plays a level of competition in Florida that, as you can see, is not great. It's not great. Okay. But I am in favor of 6'5", 300-pounders that do this, right? They can do this. They can overhand swipe, can pursue the quarterback, run him down, get after him, right? I'm here for this. Woo, woo, heavy hands, heavy hands. That's getting punched in the chest right there. This right guard is hurting. This right guard is hurting, son. Oh man. I wish we had the end zone cut of that. I'm fast forwarding through this, guys, because I know one clip that I want to show you. Here's him against Valdosta. He came up to South Georgia and played against Valdosta. Had 6 solos in that game. So though the competition is bad where he is at, he held up in the one game that he needed to hold up in. So that's fine with me. We're good. We're checking it off, right? We're checking boxes at that point. Here is what I want to show you. Here's the spring film of Mr. Hall. And he's got one of the better chase down plays you'll see tonight. Okay. Big time effort play for Mr. Hall. He's out there left tackle right here. Don't worry about it. He's just going to bury that joker. All right. Now he is in here back at 3 technique. Okay. Just a similar, regular old pursuit down, tackle, sack, good stuff. Now we're going to blow up a play, get a little TFL, good stuff. Now we're going to blow up a screenplay by getting off the ball so daggone fast, quarterback can't throw the ball. Okay, knock the running back into the quarterback. Okay, now our opponent's backed up in their own end. We're going to stuff it on the goal line because we know they're running the ball. So here we go. We're going to push the guard back into the center or push the guard back into the quarterback. We're going to tackle him. Now, on second down, they clearly got out of it, right? They clearly got out of it, okay? Because here we are. It's 3rd and 10, and there was the previous stick, right? So they clearly did something on second down to get up out of whatever situation they were in. Okay, so now they're about to have an explosive. And watch Mr. Hall. Watch Mr. Hall. Here he is. Full tilt the whole way. Okay? This right here, guys, this plays every single freaking time. Every time that plays, it will never not play, okay? It will never not play. Man, oh man, oh man. Good looking football player, but again, really, really raw. The ceiling's extremely high here. This is very much so a Sean Washington type gamble for me, a Bear Alexander type gamble for me if I were Georgia. I'm going to gamble on 6'5", 290 that moves like that every time. That's just what we're going to do as a football program if I were running one. All right, let's look at Kaden McDonald. Now, Kaden McDonald, he's out of order, by the way. We should be looking at Vic Burley first. Kaden McDonald comes in at 9. Vic Burley comes in at 8, but I accidentally spliced it backwards, so don't hate me. Just go with me. Kaden McDonald, absolute. I don't know if they have state records for defensive linemen. This dude's going to have every one of them. He's got to. This dude had like 98 tackles last year, I think. Maybe 100 plus as a nose tackle. 22 and a half tackle for losses, I think, and 20 sacks. Stupid stat pattern here in the state of Georgia, by the way. 7A football, Gwinnett County football. He ain't playing slacks now. This is Collins Hill that we're going to watch right now. You're going to see North Cobb on the clips. You're going to see some really, really good competition in terms of Northwest Atlanta football and North Atlanta football. And he racked it up. My only thing is I cover the University of Georgia. And every time I bring University of Georgia staffers, whoever I'm trying to get a player signed off on and say, hey, take a look at this guy. He's really, really good. Every time I bring them a 6'2.5" defensive tackle, they almost throw me out of the room. They don't want to talk. They don't want to listen. Okay? Say, hey, this guy, man, great freaking football player. Watch the tape. He's racking up sacks everywhere. 6'2", 6'2.5". Well, I think he's like a 5'3" runner, to be honest with you. It doesn't have a lot of twitch, man. Yeah. So I get it. I do, but damn good football player. Damn good football player. And has been for 3.5 years in 7A football, just been racking it up. I think he was an all-state player as a sophomore. No, he was as a junior. It's just there's no wow, right? We talked about how Peter Woods was all wow, like drop jaw wow, okay? And how David Hicks necessarily wasn't. He was just really, really clean. David Hicks is 6'5", 265 pounds, really, really projectable. Kaden 6'2.5", 315 per the in-person evaluation, okay? He's going to play somewhere. He is going to dominate somewhere. Come year 3, year 4, I think. It's no poof, right? No pop, no sizzle, no zazz. Just a whole lot of good football. Okay? Again, ground rule double type football player, I think. Ground rule double type football player. You take this, he's going to contribute to your football team in a positive manner, okay? In a positive manner. Also has always been surrounded by dudes. Always been surrounded by dudes at North Gwinnett. Monsters. Whether it be Barrett Carter, they got an edge rusher going to Wake Forest this year. Godfrey's a Power 5 prospect as well in his same class. So been surrounded by dudes around him his whole career and has still managed to flash. But you're going to see a lot of one-on-ones, things that he probably won't get as an interior defensive lineman in college. Okay? A lot of one-on-ones for stuff he will not get in college. Let's look at Vic Burley. All right. Y'all like Malik Herron? I love Malik Herron. Okay, I think Malik Herron was I know Malik Herron was a 2-year starter at the University of Georgia. Okay, I know Malik Herron kept Travon Walker off the field for 2 years. Okay, I know Malik Herron is a super good football player. I also know Malik Herron was looked at by the NFL despite the fact that he had a knee injury and said, yeah, you might be able to play 3 technique and we'll probably take you in the 3rd, 4th, 5th round, right? Before the knee injury. And he had to go undrafted free agent, I believe, to Kansas City, right? Would have been drafted had the knee not happened at the Pro Bowl, the Senior Bowl. But nonetheless, the NFL looked at a 6'3", 285-pound defensive end /3 tech /4 / what, I don't know, and said, not a super plus athlete, not super long, not super bendy, just a really, really positive, good, clean football player. That's what Vic Burley is. In my opinion, is Vic Burley a 4.5 football player? No. He's like a 3.7. A 3.75 football player on my grading scale plays at Georgia or plays at Clemson for 2 years. Okay? And guess what? That's value, right? That's value. And plays on Sundays for however long they can survive. Okay? And if they maximize themselves, if they reach their ceiling, they might become 4.3, 4.5 football players on the grading scale, right? That is a guy that stays in the league 10, 12 years. That could be it. That could be what it is. As you'll see, guys, we're 12, 15 players deep, okay, in this evaluation session tonight. And at this point, you see why guys are where they are, right? You see why guys are where they are. Oh, man, we're gonna have to hit nose tackles tomorrow morning. All right, chat, blow it up right now. If y'all think we should keep going, let me know. I got 4 more guys after this to watch. Okay. I was fan of the in-person eval. Definitely a leader. Again, man, Malik Herron. That's what this is. Malik Herron. Great football player, great man, great character, great person to have in the building. Need him. Got to have him. Right? Need him. Got to have him. He's going to Clemson. All right. Let's watch the freak of the freaks. The freak de distance or whatever. The Chris de l'Estance or whatever y'all say, the French say. This is the freak de l'Estance. Okay. Mr. Marcus Deal. Before we watch this, y'all need to know something. "6'6", 315 pounds. That's what Mr. Deal weighs. Now I'm going to shut up, and I'm going to let him display why he is the number one nose tackle on the board in 2023. Without a doubt. Watch this. "6'6", 315 pounds. Jumps, tips, turns, pirouettes, catches it over the shoulder, and gasses it down the sideline for a 30-yard gain. Huh? What? Okay, huh? Retrace. Hey, how many times last year did y'all come to film study, okay? And I showed Jordan Davis, Clemson game, okay, get through the line of scrimmage, and he's like face this way, and the back cuts over there, and all of a sudden, Jordan Davis at 355 pounds turns his body completely around in one step, and then gasses again, and immediately accelerates back to where he needs to be and makes a TFL. We watched it all year last year, and we sat there and scratched our head like, how in the hell does that happen? How does somebody that big stop and retrace that fast? Well, apparently there's another one out here just roaming around doing just nasty, nasty stuff where we're facing here and we're going to turn a complete 45, boom, right there and retrace and go make a tackle. Just done. I'm just done watching human beings like this exist. Out here playing edge at 6'6". Look at this. At 6'6", 315 pounds. Okay? I said it to start the show today. If you are a program, okay, University of Georgia, if you are a program out here claiming that you need to find the next Jordan Davis, you need to find the next human being walking the planet that is 6'6", 315 plus, okay, and can run 19.5 in the mile per hour category in the GPS tracker, this is him. This is going to be him, okay? And I promise you right now, whoever tries to play this guy at offensive tackle, to hell with you. To hell with you. And that's coming from an offensive tackle. I've seen the offensive line tape. It is rather flabbergasting as well. But I can't help but imagine what this dude's going to do year 2, year 3. Look at him jump over. Oh, yeah, big boy. Yeah, big boy. Come on now. I'm telling you, it looks just like 99, guys. It looks just like 99. Marcus Deal, number one nose tackle on the board. Facts. We're going through offensive line tape at that point. Retrace. Give it to me. Retrace. More offensive line tape. Here we go. In there, nose tackle. Double team. Get your hands up. Nope. Go get him. Back at defensive end. Ooh, not all that, but good-looking football player, man. Absolutely good-looking football player. Hands up again right there. Just so damn big. Right here, defensive end. Stretch. Hands out. No. Come on, man. How you that damn big? How you that damn big doing that? Okay, so he's going to read arrow, right? He's going to read arrow to the flat. So he's going to stretch and try to get his arm in the passing lane because he knows he's not going to get there, right? This is stupid. It's just ungodly athleticism. Absolutely ungodly athleticism. I love how when these YouTube clips end, you guys can see what I watch. Clearly, I'm a big Pat McAfee and Dan Le Batard show fan. All right, number 2 on the board, Jamal Jarrett, Big Ja. Okay, this is a dude, ain't even gonna lie to you. Comes into that 4.3. I think 4.03. Him and Xavier McLeod right next to each other. Love Xavier McLeod too. We're gonna show you him here next. 6'6", 355 pounds. He's a big dude. A really, really big dude. And the thing that I like about Jamal as a profile, okay? You ever watch Criminal Minds? You know, they profilers, FBI profilers, all that good stuff. I'm a scout, so I like to profile football players, right? That's what we're doing. We're profiling, right? The thing that I love about Jamal's profile is that he wasn't always this big. If you go look at photos of him like 2 years ago, this kid's like, it's like a 190-pound little kid, literally a little kid standing there. And then it's like, I watched this, I think he put a TikTok out on it. It was like, boop, 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 boop. It like morphed up. And like all of a sudden he's this monster, right? 6'6", 360 pounds. Now, one of two things can happen when situations like this happen with football players or any young human, right? When you get that big, that fast, you either keep moving like you used to, Anthony Davis, Jamal Jarrett, or you lose everything, right? You become a NAF, like a non-athletic friend of ours, right? That's what you become if that happens. One of two ways, right? Jamal is the first. Jamal put on all that weight, put on all that height, put on all that size, and still moves really, really well. Okay, really, really well. I believe his strength at the point score was the highest of all defensive linemen, as you can see why. Okay, as you can see why. I think Georgia needs to, and I don't know if they will, I think Georgia needs to take 2 nose tackles in this class. I don't know if they will. I think he's going to be one of them, though. This is the pass rush skill set for defensive linemen this big. It's why we removed the pass rush floor even from the defense or the nose tackle score, right? If you give me any pluses in the pass rush department, it's just stolen money. It's just stolen money. And the only way you're probably going to do it, because you're never going to have moves, even as a first-round draft pick at number 13 overall, Jordan Davis, guy wasn't throwing moves. He threw moves the first game against Clemson. The rest of the year, it was straight bull rush, right? It's okay, though. You can be a first-round draft pick if you just do this. Just push the pocket and fall on people. Just push the pocket and fall on people. That's going to get you paid as long as you're elite on first and second down, which I think this kid will be in college. Okay? But see, there's no bag here. No bag. Just a really strong efforter. Really good mover at this size. In-person eval checks out too. Really good mover in person. But of all the guys that I enjoyed evaluating tonight or today, Xavier McLeod might be him. I'm telling you, man. Now, okay, this ain't, it is, I think it is kind of Xavier's fault, but I don't know. Hold on. Okay. In my professional opinion, when it comes to evaluating football players, Xavier faults from something I call the swagless players dilemma, right? And this is creator player swag, okay? This creator player swag. We got short socks on. We got nothing, no hands, no gloves. We just out here in the jersey and the sleeve. We got the goofy face mask, okay? We kind of pot belly. We kind of look weird, right? Our shirts kind of rolled up over our pot belly. We don't look like a 4.02 football player. We don't. Matter of fact, we kind of look like just a guy. Except when you turn on the tape, holy smokes, is he everything but just a guy, okay? This dude, he's 330 pounds in these clips, guys. 330 pounds. And he moves so damn well, but it's so goofy. It's so goofy. And I have played with football players like this, and they're the hardest dudes to block sometimes. Stephiylan Mitchell, one of these dudes, goofy. Like, as long as he was at Georgia, go watch him. Swagless, creative player swag, okay? I mean, just nothing working, knees down, nothing working but the gloves on Stephiylan. Go look at any photo of Stephiylan. I believe he tucked his jersey in, dude. Okay, so 0 swag, but really good football players. What do you do with them? Well, you let them play. Because by God, this dude can play. He's going to do one of the freakier athletic things you'll ever see here in a minute. And it's so goofy. It's this play right here. Look at this. Guys, stop. Goofy. All of it goofy. Looks weird. I mean, but I'm going to rip that ball out. It's going to be bouncing around. I'm going to pick it up. It's going to bounce around again. I'm going to pick it up one hand and keep going. I'm telling you right now, Xavier McLeod, I will get you 5 stars this season. I promise you right now. If you just let me help you with your swag, B. I mean, if we just get maybe a new helmet, okay, we got to tuck them knee pads up too. I can tell that the pants is past the kneecap, dog. We can't be having none of that. I mean, ankle socks. Hell of an athlete, though. Hell of an athlete. I know for a fact everyone in their life has played or met or been around somebody like Xavier right here, where it's just like, damn, what's going on with Xavier, dog? What happened to him? Why he's so good at everything he does? Why it always looks so goofy too? Really good football player, man. Oh, I don't know why I was about to end show. We got a whole nother guy to watch. We got Sydir Mitchell. This Sydir Mitchell right here. 3.78, I believe, on the grade score. Can't quite remember. And we'll let it pass. This stuff in the bottom right-hand corner, I don't need this in your highlight tape. Your nose tackle. I know you got triple-double and triple-teamed all year. I know that. We don't need it. I was once told that, hey, we're going after big dudes now. That's what we're doing. We had success with the big boys that we recruited. We got them thin. We got them leaned out. We kept them off. We kept them off the Swedish fish, right? We did what we needed to do to get them to turn into what they could be. I think Sydir Mitchell to me looks like that. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, guys. Again, my job is to scout and evaluate. Right, that's what I'm not necessarily. Well, I am paid to do it. You guys pay me to do it. Look, man, I'll give you a prime check number one for carrying too much weight in the midsection. Okay, look how far that back foot is. Okay. Watch Aaron Donald get in a stance. Watch Jalen Carter get in a stance. Watch anybody tonight get in a stance and tell me where that second foot is, okay? If they're carrying too much weight in their midsection, their hips are too tight, they cannot get their feet up underneath them where it actually needs to be explosive off the ball, okay? They cannot get both feet up underneath them because their hips and their midsection is too congested. Okay, so what they end up doing is they end up playing in this really, really elongated stance, right? He's at the nose tackle position. He's further ahead than everybody, and he's almost as far as back as everybody. His stance is covering way, way, way too much length, okay? Because we cannot compact it because we have too much going on here. So the first thing you got to know about Sydir Mitchell is that his grade on our scoring system got knocked a little bit for athleticism and for frame. And here's why. Way too much weight. Okay, carrying a little bit too much bad weight. Once it gets cleaned up, everything will be fine. I do believe everything will be fine. But we're carrying about 30 pounds in through underneath our chest plate down to our mid-thigh, okay, down to our mid-thigh. But the instincts are there. I hate the slow-mo, but the instincts are there. And there is a really, really plus athlete there somewhere, right? There is. Once Coach Cochran gets his hands on this one, I really do believe that, or if he gets his hands on him, I really do believe you're looking at a football player that by the time he's on the field, wherever he's at, he's down around 310. That looks like, I mean, because he's 6'4", guys, 6'5". That looks to me like a guy that's playing at 350, to be 100% honest. Looks like a guy that's playing at 350 pounds, okay? And it is lumbersome, right? He doesn't quite move like the other nose tackles that we watched tonight. We'll reevaluate. We will. We will find senior tape, and we will reevaluate. Again, man, like even big guys, we just watched McLeod. Xavier McLeod's like 20 pounds lighter than this guy on paper, okay, on paper. And it looks a lot more explosive and a lot more fireworks, right? A lot more explosive and a lot more fireworks. That's what we're looking for. I want to see bang. I want to see boom. I want to see shit explode when I'm watching defensive linemen. That's what I want to see. That's what coaches want to see. So put it on the tape. I appreciate you grinding it with me tonight. Man, look at that. Not a droplet of sweat. Appreciate you guys for coming. We'll see you next time.